Hello, everyone. This is the Champions League weekly podcast where I discuss everything that has already happened in the week during the Champions League. And this week we are going to be discussing how VAR decided the matches and how United can kick things off here and keep their charge running for a long time. This is the Champions League weekly debate. What a win for Manchester United, of course, in tonight's win against Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, of course, and I have watched it on BT. It was phenomenal. The guts and determination of the manager, soon to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, has basically shocked England in terms of how great he is and how much he's transformed the Red Devils themselves. But as you watched, whoever didn't watch the Champions League, it was a phenomenal night. It got dominated by basically the VAR decision that gave Manchester United a penalty shout, and after a few minutes of checking on the line of the VAR, obviously that was the penalty that got given. Mixed reviews, of course, during the penalty claims, but in my honest opinion, it is indeed a penalty. Obviously, when VAR turns up at the Premier League season next season, things will be more clear in terms of what's a pen and if something should be very closely looked at, like a penalty claim. But the thing is, I know ex-footballers like Rio Ferdinand blasts the penalty, saying everything is alright with the penalty, but it's just how the penalty was handled. And things like where you're supposed to put your hand, obviously on your side for the attacker to charge at you. Who knows? But all I'm saying is that that decision decided whether or not United go through or not. And you saw how helplessly Neymar watched on with his bling on, his earrings and all that jazz. But then Cavani came on, which shocked me how he didn't at least come on half time. But yeah, it's one of them nights where PSG, of course, had the upper hand, but obviously as the time went on, United found themselves in a better position, and at the end of the day, VAR clarified something very, very debatable and made one clear decision, which was a pen. And I think that is guts from the referee. So, my man of the match of the day, obviously, there's loads of praises for Scott McTominay, a youngster for United, has not featured in a Champions League game, of course, but I think I'm going to give the man of the match to Scott McTominay. He was solid in midfield and he basically done good in the match. And I think that is vital. And yeah, we could I'm not going to be surprised if we see youngsters again, the same youngsters, uh, when Man United come to town in the Premier League on Saturday or Sunday, when they face Arsenal, of course. But overall, without Pogba and other key players, they've done a good job. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a check waiting for him when he comes back to England on the plane. And yeah, I don't know why the United board are waiting for results or so, but I personally think, this is my honest opinion, that they should wait till the end of the season to decide, because okay, there's certain reports that he may not have a full-on contract with Mulder, but I think United will have to ask Mulder if they want to keep Ollie as manager, and I think that could be decisive in terms of going forward for the Red Devils. So, the next match I want to discuss is the Porto Roma game. I only caught the end of it because it went into extra time, of course, and VAR, yet again, how funny is that, decided again the result again. And with this VAR, it is there was a slight push in the box where a Roma player pushed the Porto player in the box. It's the slightest of touches, and at the end of the day, as much as everyone saw, it's so harsh, but it was a penalty, and that decided the game after, because Roma have been knocked out. And another big club gone. Obviously, we had Real Madrid last night, but overall, it's going to be a tasty draw coming up, and I cannot wait to see who gets who. And yeah, so in the Porto game, by the way, Porto done a good. They tried so hard to keep ahead. They were 2-1 up, and then extra time, then the VAR decision, and then that gave them a penalty which they scored, and yeah, 3-1 up, and they went through. So, last night, the main man himself, the Welshman, Gareth Bale, he is coming under scrutiny, and fans, I agree with his agent, by the way, who blasts the fans of Real Madrid for booing him, for basically hating him for being their star striker or star winger. And I agree to a extent, but I doubt very much Bale will be at Madrid at the end of a window in the summer. And it's a shame, because I bet he's created so much great memories at Madrid. Obviously on the field, because off the field things have not been the best. But apparently there have been reports how he considers Modric as his only friend in the team, and that Bale goes to sleep regularly at night while the other teammates of his, Benzema and Toni Kroos. No wait. But Benzema and the other Real Madrid players go out to drink and have fun, basically. And I we cannot really criticise Bale on his lifestyle, but I say he is much better off in the Premier League than the La Liga. Obviously, unless he goes to Barcelona, but I doubt he'll go to Barcelona because of Messi and Suarez and Dembele or Coutinho, who Coutinho could be off as well in the summer, leaving Barcelona. And yeah, so it just underlines how poor Real Madrid's doing this season. When you have the likes of Barcelona like 10 odd points ahead in first place, and Real Madrid just can't catch them. But overall, the team looks a tiny bit dysfunctional. They somehow single out Gareth Bale, and things are not looking great for the Welshman, and that's why I think the manager and Bale will leave Real Madrid. But there's another key factor, and that is Jose Mourinho, because Jose Mourinho could indeed walk into that team and make them great again. But will would Bale stick around? I doubt that very much. And so he's 28, 29, 30. He's still got one big move ahead of him, and I think he can move to the Premier League. Someone like Liverpool, someone like Man City potentially. I know Man City love to promote youngsters, but you never know. Liverpool could be the best shout. I doubt he'll go to Chelsea. That's a good one. Arsenal. Now they're a big team for Bale maybe. If Bale went to Arsenal, just how incredible would that be? Not in terms of him coming back to England, but how big of a profile Bale would be in terms of getting Arsenal. Imagine that, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Bale, Suarez, Dennis Suarez from Barcelona, if they can make their deal permanent, Ozil, and so many more. Iwobi, obviously you got others as well, but mainly imagine Bale can single-handedly make Arsenal a title-winning side if he went there though. So yeah, obviously a lot needs to happen if in case that is the reason, but who knows? Football is a funny game, and I believe a surprise for Bale could be around the corner, because he did say once upon a time, he did say that he would love to play for my home team, my beloved Cardiff City. He did say he wanted to play for them at some stage of his career. You never know, a surprise move to Cardiff maybe? Who knows? But all I know is that his time is up, and he knows it, everyone knows it, hence the reason his agent knows it, and that is why Real Madrid will never win a major trophy in a while. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Champions League weekly podcast, where I cover everything at the Champions League, of course. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're new, if you like to listen to this on the go, of course. And if you liked anything I talked about today, if you like to comment, leave your comments below on what you think about the Champions League so far, and basically who you think will win it. I personally think Barcelona will, but that's just me. So comment below who you think will win and what you've been thinking of VAR and all the talking points of today's podcast. I'm been Sam Reen. This has been the Welsh Dragon YouTube channel, and until next time, thank you all for watching. Diolch yn fawr iawn.